Hawaiian Islands, the Orient, contact time for every 126.25.
And Chalk 6 is taking fire. Okay, divert south of the river. Divert. I see you come to the red guys and I just called them. You said damn well.
Since the dawn of the first age, by the elders it was foretold, a mighty cure that would rise when needed most. Their words would inspire enlightenment among the common. As it was prophesied, it has come to pass. Everybody has a podcast.
All right, gents. Hey, so changing gears here a little bit. We have been talking amongst the three of us about our podcast, and really our name in particular. And our name is Everybody Has a Podcast. And you know, that's our name because we thought we were being clever. Trust us when we say everybody does have a podcast. Thank you for listening to ours. We are in a sea of fucking the same thing over and over again. Now, of course, we're better than those guys. But we wanted to try to find a way to introduce you guys to new podcasts that we do like and friends of the show. So let me see if I can get Jacob on the phone here. Jacob Garcia, thank you for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Jacob is one of the hosts of Austin Sessions. You can find them at austinsessions.com, twitter.com/ATX Sessions, and, of course, facebook.com/Austin Sessions Podcast. And we met Jacob through Mr. Terry Greer from Win in Austin. So he's kind of in the group of our little local podcasters here, so we kind of hang out every once in a while and exchange ideas. Jacob, I would describe your show as just a really great, like, long-form, one-on-one, for the most part, with things and people that you're interested in. Is that the right way to say it, or how would you describe your show?
Yeah, that's it exactly. I pretty much just find stuff that I like and that interests me, and people that are related to that, and talk to them, and email them or find them on Twitter or Facebook or whatever it is, and say, hey, you want to do a podcast, and that's pretty much it. For the most part, they've said yes. So I've been really lucky.
Yeah, I've been really surprised if you just like email somebody that you think like they'd never talk to me, and a lot of people are really cool.
It's amazing. Some of the guests that I've had, more recently, I shot an email, and within like a couple of days, I get a reply, and I'm like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!" And the power of the internet is so fucking great. So much more than what people realize, as far as like contacting and interacting with people that you would never ordinarily be able to talk to. So yeah, I love it.
Jacob's still trying to get B. Arthur on his show. He doesn't realize that she's dead. We can't. No. We're too scared to break it to him.
I got Estelle going, so that's good.
I think we should do a seance.
We should get Sarah and Felicia from Texas Ghost and Spirit Intervention. What was that, episode 13, 14? We should bring them on, and we'll get B. Arthur on Jacob's show. So Jacob, to the people who aren't aware, what would you define as your interests or the types of guests you've had so far? What are your plans coming up?
For the most part, the first like I would say like 10 episodes, I had friends that either have businesses or just interesting things going on. Like I've got friends that are comedians. I've got musician friends. It's pretty much about, I don't want to say promotion, but just helping my friends out, and I needed help doing this podcast. I needed to get into a comfort zone because I'd never done one before. So I just, contacted a bunch of friends and said, hey, do you want to schedule this? And they said, yeah. And that was pretty much how I got started. Comedians, musicians, anybody that's into film, movies, things like that. I've got some graphic designer friends, and they were game for it. And, I think it was episode 11, a friend of mine, Christian Helms, who, if you are in Austin and you drink beer, you've heard of Austin Beer Works. He designed like all their logos and like they're basically all their branding, as well as like Frank, the hot dog place downtown, and Black Sheep Lodge, things like that. just people that I like hanging out with and having a beer with. That was pretty much how I got started, and it kind of evolved into a whole bunch more. So, as far as like recent guests, I said comedians. I just interviewed not too long ago Mac Blake, who's the funniest person in Austin, and very recently Lucas Melendez, who he was funniest person in Austin. I think like 2 or 3 years ago, and the Podfather of one of the guys that invented podcasting, Adam Curry. I had him on the podcast. I just recorded his session a couple weeks ago, and that's going to post in a few weeks. But it just depends. I mean, whoever I can get a hold of, whoever says yes, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm Adam Curry. Clark, you would really like, if you haven't heard him. He does a show called No Agenda. It's huge conspiracy talk. Very interesting guy.
Yes, Clark would love him.
Yeah, we should get him on for a tinfoil talk. Is what we should do.
That'd be nice.
Jacob, what would you say if you had to tell someone, for people starting out on your show, what's the best episode you think that you would like to just send their way to? This is a good representation of your show. Is there a particular interview or episode that you like that you would direct first timers to?
That's hard to say. I don't want to offend anybody, but I mean, I guess if you wanted to start, the first interview I did was with a friend of mine, Bay Anthon, who owns a gastropub downtown, or well, not downtown, but kind of close to campus on Guadalupe, called Hopfields. And I've known Bay for a long time, and it was the reason I chose him was because it was very comfortable, and I've known him for a while. So it was like two friends talking, just like you guys do right now. It was very comfortable, and like talk a lot of shit talking to each other, and a lot of like fuck you and that kind of thing. So I think that's kind of set a good precedent as far as like what I was going to do. It was a little awkward when I started having people that I didn't know.
Yeah, you gotta get around that corner, but that happens quickly, Yeah,
not too bad. A couple beers and they're good.
Now, Jacob, what interview did you think was going to be good but just turned out miserable? We need names.
Okay. Well, if I'm going to be specific,
let's start with Adam Curry.
Well, I'd have to say it's been. I'm going to have to go with like podcasts that I've been on, and we'll do. No. I haven't had any bad experiences. Luckily, I've had bad timing as far as scheduling. I show up somewhere and the guy's like, "Oh, I didn't realize this was today," or I show up and there's nobody there at all.
Yeah.
That kind of thing has happened. But as far as like guests, everybody's been cool.
So I want everybody, do us a favor, just check out an episode of Jacob's podcast. Once again, it's austinsessions.com, twitter.com/ATX Sessions. He's really, you spend a lot of time on Twitter. It's a good place to stay up to date. Gentlemen, what I thought we'd do is, Jacob, if you don't mind hanging out, man, let's play a little trivia. What do we say about that?
I'm good.
We're going to do 90s television trivia. And I've got multiple choice here. Let's see who can get the highest score. So
I hope it's all Rocco's Modern Life. If it is, I'm golden.
Let's start off. Jacob, we'll let you start us off and answer first, and we'll just kind of go down the line here. Sure. So who is Eric Cartman's father? Is it A, Mr. Garrison, B, Officer Barbrady, or C, his mother? Now, this is South Park. Eric Cartman. Who is his father? A, Mr. Garrison, B, Officer Barbrady, or C, his mother?
That would be C, his mother.
C, his mother. Billy, what do you think, man?
I have to agree with Jake. I think it's his man.
Clarkster?
Well, guys, I'm a huge fan of this show, and this isn't 90s. According to 90s television, it is his mother. However, in one of the later episodes that just recently came out, it was actually Scott Tenorman, which was... it was his father.
Was it really?
His father, which is the guy that he cut up and fed chili to.
The Scott Tenorman episode is one of my favorites. I was not aware of that.
Was that the Radiohead episode?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The dad he cut up and fed to and the chili is actually his own father. However, I'm going to go ahead and say the mother, which was proclaimed in the earlier episodes.
Well, Clark, I think I have to kind of give you this answer, even though that wasn't what I had down as the correct answer. Unless you're lying to us.
No, I'm serious. Google it.
All right, well, fuck you two guys. This one goes to Clark. Clark, 1 point. The
Son
rest
of a bitch.
You other two losers are at 0. Let's next question. How long were Jerry Seinfeld and his pals sentenced in the series finale? In the very last episode of Seinfeld, they were actually all sentenced to jail. Was it A, 1 year, B, 2 years, C, 3 years? And that's how the whole series ended. A lot of people didn't like that.
I've never seen an episode of Seinfeld.
Well, Clark, let's start with you then. What do you think?
What were the options?
1 year, 2 year, or 3 years?
2 years.
Okay. Bilford?
One of my favorite shows of all time.
Damn it.
But I did not see this episode because I didn't catch it live, and everyone I talked to said it was miserable. It was like the Sopranos finale. Everyone said don't watch it. It's So I'm gonna have to just take a flying fucking guess here and say 3 years.
What do you think, Jacob?
You know what? I wasn't a big. I watched Seinfeld enough, but I wasn't a big fan of that. I have no idea. I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to go with 2, just to be different.
Gentlemen, the answer is A, 1 year.
Ah!
No one won that one. So yeah, the season finale, it was dumb. I think they caught someone. Rob, I don't know. It's dumb. 1 year.
No, basically what they did is they went through all the crap that they did throughout the episode, like all the
series.
It was kind of like a montage episode of old. It just really mailed it in, and the judge. They had all like the old people that they fucked with and stuff. Come on, it was. I saw it later, I guess, little bits and pieces of it, but it was terrible.
Fortunately, Jerry went on to do B movie. See B movie in theaters, rated G. All right, next question. Which one of these names is not one of Tim Allen's sons on the show Home Improvement? So on the show Home Improvement, he had 3 sons. Which one of these is not his sons? Is it A, Mark, B, Chris, or C, Randy? Jacob, we'll start with you, sir. Which one is not Tim Allen's son on the show Home Improvement?
God, that show sucked too.
Yes, it did. You're correct.
God, that was a horrible show. Tim Allen has never done anything good. Except for Toy Story, I take it back.
Or Jungle to Jungle.
The Santa Claus.
Wait a minute, yes.
The Santa Claus was great.
What about the Amish movie?
I'm going to go with Chris.
Chris. Jacob is going B, Chris. Bilford, is it A, Mark, B, Chris, or C, Randy?
Jacob is correct. It's Chris.
Clark?
Well, fuck, I got to go Chris just to maintain.
It is Chris. That evens it out once again. All right.
I was going to guess Randy, but...
So now we've got Clark 1 point. I think you two gents are at 0.
Well, they're all at 1.
Yeah, we just got a point.
And I'm at 2.
Oh.
Technicalities.
I wouldn't do good on that show, Guts. I wouldn't be a good scorekeeper.
You're just in it for the slime.
Yeah. All right, next question. On Boy Meets World, what is the
Topanga.
crazy older brother's name? It is Topanga. You are correct. On Boy Meets World, what is the crazy older brother's name? Clark, we'll start with you. Is it A, Eric, B, Jonathan, or C, Chris? I like the name Chris tonight.
Eric.
Eric. All right. Bilford?
Eric.
Eric. Jacob?
I think it's Eric as well.
Oh, my God. It's Eric. It's Eric.
Topanga's tits.
Topanga's titties all over my face.
Everyone is really waiting for Topanga to hit rock bottom and do porn. It turns out, though, they're doing that new show, Girl Meets World, where they're the parents now.
No, that'll be fine. That'll be over quickly.
Well,
and she'll shoot her. She'll do some porn and then kill herself.
But what I'm saying is that's an extra $200K in her pocket, even if it does fail. So now we have to wait that much longer.
Was it the kid that was kind of the main protagonist in that story? Wasn't that Fred Savage's little brother?
That's correct. Corey Savage is his name.
Ugh.
All right.
Yeah.
Next,
Dude, yeah, no, I'm hoping her and Amanda Bynes just hit rock bottom at the same time. They're like, if we double up on each other, we can make at least $50 more.
I think Amanda Bynes would need a shovel to hit more rock bottom where she is right now.
She's got some catching up to do, but I believe in her. I think she can do this.
All right, guys. Next question. On the hit show Friends, what was the name of Ross's monkey? Jacob, we'll start with you. Is it A, Bobo, B, Eugene, or C, Marcel? What is the name of Ross's monkey on the hit show Friends?
Oh, I think it's Cro-Magnon. No, that's not an option, is it?
It's Bobo, Eugene, or Marcel.
Blanket? No, that's Michael Jackson's. I'm going to go with Marcel.
He's going to go C, Marcel. The correct answer is D, Blanket. Michael Jackson's child. Clark, what do you think, man?
I'll go. What were the options again?
It's
Bobo.
A.
I'm going Bobo.
You going Bobo? Does that sound like a monkey name to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Billy, what do you think?
I'm ashamed to know this. It's Marcel.
The correct answer is Marcel.
Jesus. Y'all watched some adult-ass comedies in the 90s.
Oh,
don't watching cartoons and
dude,
shit.
Everybody loves Friends.
Okay.
But you're right. We've got about 4 years on. I mean, I've got 4 years on Clark. And then I know you gents probably have a year or two on me. So, yeah, we're a little... Clark, this one's for Clark. Clark, in the hit show Digimon.
Nope. That's past my time. Serious, I didn't watch Digimon.
All right, next question.
Bullshit.
It's Metallica now, but what band's name originally appeared on Beavis's T-shirt? Jacob, is it A, Anthrax, B, Slayer, or C, Aerosmith? What was the original band on Beavis's shirt?
Slayer?
Jacob's going to go B, Slayer. Is that your final answer?
Nope.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Indian Giver.
Yeah, that's my final answer.
All right. Bilford, what do you think?
Oh man, I have no fucking clue. I was gonna go Slayer because that's the gnarliest band of the three, but I'm gonna go Aerosmith because it's in TV.
Aerosmith, all right. Clark?
Yeah.
Slayer.
The correct answer is B, Slayer. Slayer was originally on Beavis' shirt. I'm not sure why they changed that. We need to look that up. Okay, next question. This is another Friends question. Clark, you're going to miss this one.
Jesus Christ.
On the
Better
show
put that Alley
Friends,
Cat song.
yeah. On the show Friends, what was Phoebe's twin sister's name?
Smelly cat. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Was it A, Ursula, B, Donna, or C, Cynthia? Clark, we'll start with you.
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Shout out to my mama.
All right. Bill?
Ursula.
Ursula. Bill's going Ursula. What do you think, Jacob?
I'm going to go with Ursula, too. Shout out to Clark's mama.
Asshole.
The correct answer is Ursula, Clark's
Oh,
mama.
you fuckers. We're all tied up, aren't we?
I think Jake and I should sing the Friends theme. We're brothers.
Don't ever say that again, man.
For some reason, I want to go to the Golden Girls theme song when you say that. I don't know why. All right, gentlemen, we have 4 questions left.
Okay.
The next one is, who shot Mr. Burns? Is it A, Homer Simpson, B, Barney Rubble, or C, Maggie Simpson? Jacob, what do you think?
That's an easy one, Maggie.
Maggie. He's very confident. But pride comes before the fall. I want to say that.
Yep.
Bill?
All hubris aside, it's Maggie.
Okay.
I knew we weren't going to get through a 90s thing without Ryan talking about the fucking Simpsons halfway through.
Sorry, it's one of the greatest shows ever made.
Maggie.
The correct answer, gentlemen, is Maggie. The baby shot Mr. Burns. I think he was literally trying to steal a lollipop from her, and there was like a gun in his pocket or some shit.
Smithies.
It was a big deal. That was a big episode, man. It was like season 7 or 8. It makes me feel really old.
Yeah, no, what, season 25 now?
Ryan, did you ever masturbate while watching The Simpsons?
When did he not?
You might want to ask. When did I not? Is really easier to.
All right. So, what show was your biggest climax?
I'm really into
Sideshow Bob. I knew it.
Well, no, Itchy and Scratchy. Really, I'm into to S&M stuff.
I like that episode where the dad acts really dumb and he drinks like beer. That's my favorite.
Oh,
one.
that one. Yeah.
Oh, episode, that was season 2, episode 7.
Yeah.
I up until I'd say all the way to like season 13 or 14, I think that is one of the most genius shows ever made. But it takes a sharp fucking decline. It should have stopped 10 years ago, I think.
I think it should have stopped when Conan stopped writing for them personally. But
Yes,
Yeah,
Conan used to write for The Simpsons, and
But I'll tell you this: the way you get attached to inanimate characters. Do you remember the episode where Marge takes the dance class, and it's like the guy's teaching her how to like lambada or something, and like he's hitting on her, and she's almost getting ready to cheat on Homer. I remember watching that.
I think it's a bowling episode you're talking about.
Oh, bowling! Yeah, it is bowling. I remember watching that. I was so fucking mad at Marge. I was like, that fucking cunt, man.
Well,
Homer deserves better. I know.
No.
He's not smart, but he's a good fucking dad.
Dude,
Dude, I was so mad.
It was Marge's birthday, and Homer bought her a bowling ball because he knew she wouldn't like it. And so she was like, "Fuck you, Homer! I'm going to actually bowl with this. You don't get this." So,
And the guy was like, Marge, you are so very beautiful.
yeah. It's like his name was Jacques, I think.
Yeah, it was John.
I've seen a lot of fucking Simpsons. All right,
fuck that guy.
next question, gents.
this show has everything: psychology, Simpsons.
White trash girls.
We'll tell a
White
queef.
trash girls.
We'll tell a queef joke before it's all said and done.
There we go.
Next question. We're down to the final 3. What was the name of the family dog in the hit TV show Seventh Heaven?
Oh God.
fucking faggot.
Is it A, Happy, B, Cooper, or C, Samuel?
Samuel sounds like a seventh heaven.
Clark's going to go Samuel. What do you think, Bill?
Man, Clark just kind of piqued my interest with that because I have no fucking clue. I've never seen this show. But Seventh Heaven, Samuel is a biblical name.
Sure.
But I think douche. I apologize for anyone that has a name Cooper, but the name Cooper's kind of douchey, so I think they would name the dog that.
There's like 4 Coopers in the chat room right now.
Well, they can fuck up.
Cooper is kind of a dog name. God, Jacob, I hope your kids are not named Cooper. Jesus Christ.
Fuck no. My
Okay.
dad's name's Cooper, so screw you guys.
Oh,
but-
God. I knew he'd offend him.
What were the
Shout
names
out
again?
to Jacob's dad.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, gross.
The answers, sir, are, or the questions are, is it A, Happy, B, Cooper, or C, Samuel?
I never watched this show once, so I'm just going to guess. Samuel.
It's almost like you guys were never 14-year-old girls. The correct answer is A, Happy.
I'm okay with not knowing that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
All right,
That
guys.
doesn't make me happy right now.
Last 2 questions. Jacob, we'll start with you on this one.
Makes
What
me
is
happy.
the full name of Eddie's moron friend from Family Matters? Is it A, Waldo Geraldo Faldo? Is it B, Faldo Geraldo Waldo? Or is it C, Waldo Gerald Walter?
Repeat the question.
All right, on the hit show Family Matters, they brought in this character like 6 or 7 seasons in, and I want to go ahead and state this set black people back a good 7 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
As a
yeah.
This
race.
guy had a huge crush on Laura.
Yeah.
Like with Urkel. Both of them did.
This was just like the dumbest black guy on the face of the planet. I don't know how he made it on TV. His name, Eddie's moron friend from Family Matters, was it A, Waldo Geraldo Faldo? Was it B, Faldo Geraldo Waldo? Or was it C, Waldo Gerald Walter?
I'm first, right?
You are first.
I'm going to go ahead and recuse myself from this question because it's horrible.
Is it?
I
Read the question one more time.
Mostly because I don't know. I didn't watch Family Matters. We will say 7.
Okay, 7.
No, let me
Bill-
change it. 3.
3. All right, 3. Billy, what do you think, man?
The very first one, was it Geraldo Fall or
The very
Waldo?
I'll read them again. A, Waldo Geraldo Faldo.
That one.
Okay. Clark, what do you think?
It is, in fact, Waldo Geraldo Faldo.
You are correct. It is Waldo Geraldo Faldo.
God damn it! I thought it was 3.
Did I win another one?
You did. You did.
Oh.
All right, last question, guys. What's the name of the town where Dawson and his friends live in Dawson's Creek?
Creek.
Is it A, Bayside, B, Capeside, or C, Creekside?
Ooh.
Clark, do you want to start us off?
B.
B. Oh, Clark's going B, Capeside. Is there a particular reason you chose that?
Well, I believe Bayside is Saved by the Bell,
Okay.
and I believe Creekside is just too easy.
Okay. Billy, what do you think, man?
I can't argue with that logic. I wish I had a better point to make, but I think it's B as well.
Okay, Jacob, for the win.
I think it was B as well because I remember Katie Holmes and she was in that movie, The Gift. And
Oh,
she
yes.
showed her boobies. So
Yeah.
B.
It is B, Capeside.
yes,
And Jacob, I do want to mention the fact that before I decided on 90s TV trivia, I was going to do actually nude scene trivia. And yeah, you better believe The Gift was one of the questions.
yep.
It was a beautiful moment in every...
Greg Kinnear should never have been there.
Yeah. It's a beautiful moment in my 15-year-old life. I'll tell you that right now.
Were you going to have the scene in The Doors where Val Kilmer shows his dong?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Just making sure.
And anything from Boogie Nights is good.
Jacob, before we let you go, we like to ask every guest on our show these 3 questions, and you can get elaborate if you like, or just a simple yes or no will suffice. Jacob, question number 1. Do you believe in ghosts?
Not so much. No,
Do you believe in aliens?
absolutely.
Do you believe...
Let me elaborate a little bit on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you're a freaking moron. There is
Elaboration. That's just
Yeah,
mean.
yeah, and that's my elaboration right there.
If you don't, I hope you get leukemia.
I'm pretty right on
the
with that.
butt.
Morgan.
Butt leukemia.
I hope
And
your
you
kids
get
are born with an
raped
extra
by-
chromosome.
Okay, let's just stop there.
Last question here. Jacob, do you believe in Bigfoot? Because if you ever saw my ex-wife, you sure would. You know what I'm saying, man?
Oh shit! Bigfoot, never met him.
Never met him. All right. You
Not
heard it
saying
first.
I don't believe in him, just never met him.
Fair enough. We
I'm like
that's,
Jesus.
that's the common answer for Bigfoot.
Jacob, I'm interested in your alien thought process. Did you have some elaboration you wanted to share before we kind of butted in?
No, not too much. I just if you've seen Stargate, there's no way that there's not alien life.
You heard
I
it
mean,
here. He's a man of
come on.
science. Stargate.
Yeah, that black guy with the circle on his forehead.
That is a great
That's the
show.
one.
Okay, that's got fucking MacGyver on it. Okay,
He was
that's
he was
true.
in the fucking Crying Game.
That's
He had a penis.
Speaking of nudity,
She did.
but I'm telling you, if we have an ambassador to meet other aliens, it should be MacGyver.
oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
That crafty motherfucker.
Jacob, thanks for dropping by, man. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks,
for having
Jake.
me on, guys.
Everybody, check out Jacob's podcast, AustinSessions.com. Check him out on Twitter, twitter.com/ATX Sessions, and, of course, Facebook.com/Austin Sessions Podcast. Jacob, have a good night, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good night.
You too, Jake.
Later, man.
Part of what you never had.